Hello class ninth. So today we will be completing rest all the cell organelles that we were left with. So the first one is plastids. What are plastids? Plastids are very important cell organelles which are present in the plants, and plastids are similar to mitochondria, because like mitochondria it is also having its own DNA and ribosomes. That's why it can synthesize its own proteins. It is also double membraned organelle, and as I told you, these exist in plants only. Now depending upon, we are basically having three types of plastids, that is chromoplast, leucoplast and chloroplast. I'll just tell you later, because this is very important for the plants for the manufacturing of the glucose, right? So here we have this chromoplast and leucoplast. So chromoplast, it is colored in nature, and it also contains a pigment called chlorophyll, but rest all the things like we are having different colored flowers, we are having different colored fruits. So that is also because of the pigment, that is actually chroma stands for the color. So that's why chromoplast is responsible for the color of for the beautiful colors of the flowers, of the fruits. And chromoplast also causes photosynthesis to an extent, and here also it is mentioned that it also contains the orange and yellow pigments, can further be divided into chloroplast. So further, since chloroplast contains the chlorophyll which is green in color, so chloroplast will also come under chromoplast. Now the second one is leucoplast, that is colorless in nature, and this is very important because it helps in the storage. It contains starch is also a form of carbohydrates, proteins and then oils. It can further be divided into amyloplast, ileoplast, proteinoplast, or alluroplast. So this you need not to remember, because this is of high level, so you just need to understand the things that I am explaining here. Okay, so plastids ka basically this all only you need to understand. Then the categorization into chromoplast, chloroplast and leucoplast, what is their actual function, right? Now comes the chloroplast. So chloroplast जो है, they are the cell organelles that actually are responsible for the conduction of photosynthesis in the plants. And this chloroplast has got its name from the Greek words chloro and plast, which means green and plants respectively. So chloro stands for the green and plast stands for the plants, so green plants. Okay, so chloroplast, they contain a pigment which is also known as the photosynthetic pigment called chlorophyll, along with lipids, carbohydrates, minerals, DNA, RNA, grana, thylakoids and stroma. These all are the this grana, thylakoids and stroma, these all are the parts inside this cell. We'll study in detail in the class 10th, but right now don't get scared of these new terms. The main functions of chloroplasts are they help in the conduction of photosynthesis, they help in protein synthesis, they help in release of oxygen, which is very important for the survival of all the living beings, and the storage of starch. These are the functions that are performed by the chloroplast, and these are very important. Now the next cell organelle is vacuoles. So what are vacuoles actually? Vacuoles, if you remember that when I was explaining you the difference between plant cell and the animal cell, at that time I told you that vacuoles are smaller in size but many in number in animals, but there is a single vacuole present in the plants. Now understand, vacuoles are the places where cells can store the liquids and solids. Okay, they help in the storage. They are present in both plants and animals, but the plant vacuoles are bigger in size than the animal vacuoles. Understand this also, remember this. So plant cell vacuoles, they help in the storage of material so that it can stay alive. Like water also remains stored inside the vacuoles. Plant vacuoles maintain the turgidity of the plant cell. Turgidity means the particular shape of the cell that remains that is actually maintained with the help of vacuoles. Plant cells generally contain a single large vacuole. Like I told you, they contain a single large vacuole. Plant vacuoles are present in the center of the cell. Okay, yeah, they are present in the center of the cell. Now the animal cell vacuoles. Animal cell vacuoles, they contain food items in unicellular organisms like your amoeba, this paramecium. So these are single celled organisms. Animal vacuoles can also expel water and waste out of the cell, so they can also help in the cleansing of the cell. Animal cells contain several small vacuoles. This also I told you, and animal vacuoles are scattered throughout the cell. They remain scattered throughout the cell. जैसे plants में बोला कि एक single vacuole that remains in the center, but animals में ऐसा नहीं है. So types of vacuoles, we are having these three types of vacuoles: sap vacuoles, contractile vacuoles, and food vacuoles, right? Okay. So the first one is the sap vacuole. ठीक है. So sap vacuole क्या है? Sap vacuole they remain filled with the fluid which is called as vascular sap. This sap is actually the composition of this sap is actually the fluid. So the composition of this sap is actually the amino acids, the salt, sugar, proteins, water, and waste materials. Sap vacuoles are separated from the cytoplasm by a semi-permeable membrane called tonoplast. You need not to go into these much details. No need of this. So you just need to understand. You just need to remember that. These sap vacuoles, they actually help to form a single large vacuole in case of plant cells, and whatever function we have discussed in the above points. So this much you need to remember. These details are not required. Okay. Now is the contractile vacuole. You people have learnt about it in the previous classes. Osmoregulation, this term you people must not be able to understand right now, but I'll make you understand in the next lecture. Contractile vacuoles are actually, they are present in the these organisms that you have seen in you are able to see here in the diagram. Amoeba. So amoeba क्या करता है? Contractile vacuole की वजह से it is actually able to maintain the water inside the cell. मतलब water कितना रहना चाहिए? ज़्यादा होगा तो cell में burst, and कम होगा तो cell में also die. So the amount of water should be balanced inside the cell. So that is actually done with the help of contractile vacuoles. It also helps in the excretion in the cell. Now the last one is the food vacuoles. So food vacuoles, जैसे हमारे पास बहुत सारे organisms हैं, तो ये vacuoles, food vacuoles, अगर आपने amoeba की ही बात करें तो वहाँ पे amoeba में आपने देखा होगा कि if amoeba like हम बोलेंगे ऐसी कलर की उसकी ऐसी shape है, तो it can change its shape according. अगर उसको यहाँ पे कोई food molecule मिला, so it will change its shape like this, and इस तरह से वो फूड वैक्यूल बना के धीरे धीरे इस फूड को इनटेक कर लेगा इनसाइड इट्स बॉडी. सो दिस इज़ हाउ द amoeba, the smaller these unicellular organisms, they are able to get their nutrition with the help of food vacuoles.